Alright lads, so in any gacha game, you're always going to have your white whale. The one character for some reason, no matter how many times you try, you just cannot pull. And for me, it was this character right here. I was there when the character released almost 4 years ago. I summoned on his banner, I summoned on his individual banner, I believe I went 25 steps on a banner when he came back, and yet no matter what, I just couldn't get him. And unfortunately, while it's kind of cheating to a certain extent, I actually just bought him. It's been 2 weeks since he has resurrected, so he does have a character pack. I thought, why not? It gives a decent amount of orbs too for the money spending. And it seems like as of right now, I'm not going to get the character anyway, so I might as well buy him. And with me now owning LILLE Barrow, that now means I officially own every 1000 Jubilee character from the first original 14 manga runs. And also, I now own every character released prior to 2021. So every character from the release of the game all the way to 2021, I now officially own. Which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, I have another issue, a similar situation, where in this case, the only current Fio mode character I'm now missing is Kugo Ginjo. And honestly, I'm not sure when I'm ever going to pull him. Because at least with LILLE, despite me not actually getting him, he does eventually appear as fillers. I never pull on current Fio mode banner, so I'm not sure when I'm ever going to get him. And at the same time, I just never pulled on my account ever a single movie character. I had to buy all of them when they resurrected. So right now, these are like the 6 oldest characters I'm missing on my account, and if I had them, I'd then have every character in the year 2021. But since I finally got the character, I thought now would be a great time to try him out once more, especially since he has recently resurrected, and I've yet to actually see gameplay of this character's resurrection. And remember, through the special move trial quest, I was able to get a second copy of him technically, and with that, I gave him level 10 SP, level 10 focus. When it comes to the character's soul trait itself, he is a recharge minus 12%, and also more damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. It's an okay soul trait. I don't mind it. I don't think I'm ever going to really use it all too much though, to be fair. But the best part about this character is how they actually did treat him upon resurrecting. So for starters, the character itself did get hit hidden enemies, which is his original skill, and they made that with the addition of having Pierce Iron Skin. The first character in the game to have Pierce Iron Skin upon resurrecting. That's really, really good, because again, he doesn't affect any status amounts, and then with that, he did get 50% more damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. That's a really good upgrade. And unironically, as far as power characters do go, he might be the best character to use in power-only inheritance shards. Which is kind of crazy to think about for a character that just recently resurrected, a character that released almost 4 years ago. His 2 new innate skills is dodge Soriba damage and also read Soriba dodges, which I'm a bit indifferent on. I like it, I don't dislike it, but it's not going to be that useful, I will be honest. I would have honestly maybe preferred just more damage overall, but I think he already as is got a good damage upgrade nonetheless. So with that said, for today's showcase, we are going to be using a Quincy Cross, a Cape Fastener, and also a Fortification Pill, with Aaroniero, Aizen, and also Chad giving us a mixture of recharge, strong attack damage, and also more strong attack damage at full stamina. But then again, maybe I could replace this Aizen with the 1000 Year Blood War Nemu link to give more damage to enemies not afflicted with a status ailment, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. For bonus abilities, we've given him full stamina damage and also long strike. So let's see how he does perform in inheritance trials. Alright then, so let's see how he does perform, right? So currently, remember, we do not have killer here, but let's see the damage numbers here. I mean, he's one-shotting. If anything, he's going to maybe slow down on the bosses. But this is good. This is good. Like, I get that he's kind of custom made for it right now. But I'm liking it because, in a way, unironically, this is something that we can't do with any power character in the game right now, right? Because what power character goes through Iron Skin? Yumachika, but Yumachika has, like, terrible strong attacks. Unironically, I might say this LILLE is actually a better character. Because one of the things that Yumachika lacked, unfortunately, is the damage to non-status afflicted enemies. So let's go here, use our SA2 into the 160k on the SA2 there, or SA1. That's not too bad. Lucky for us, even though it is hollow inheritance tiles, some of the enemies, if not all the enemies actually, are also Stripers. So yeah, maybe we're not going to struggle too much. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, this is new for me. Like, I've very rarely ever got to play with this character. SA1 looks like it's doing 60k. That's why we give him the long stride, 72k on the SA2. This is nice. This is fast too. Generally, if you wanted to farm inheritance shards with him, it's not a bad idea. Although our summon's probably going to be a tad bit weak, right? Never mind, Summon still did good damage. Let's SA2 and then 3. And look at that. Wow. Wow. That's LILLE Barrow in 2024. And like I said, this to me kind of feels like a new character because again, I never got to play with him. And even then, he's like a completely different character right now. And in this case, a 1 minute and 40-second play time without having killer. Granted, we did have killer against the bosses. And then with that, I mean, obviously, when you are playing Inheritance Trials, you're likely going to be playing with other people bringing super pop potion characters. I mean, that's good. That's good for manual play. It's fun too. That's the most important part, right? You know, some characters I play with can get a very fast clear time, but maybe they're at a very high risk taking damage and the run's basically dead slow after that. Leisure range thus far and the gameplay, besides the, you know, the stat summon pools that we aren't immune to, it wasn't too hard to manage around them. We didn't really get close to getting hit there. I will say though, and this might potentially not even age well, we should hopefully be getting a better farmer in the coming months, maybe for the second part of the anniversary. As we do know, our powers should hopefully be next in line for a new Super Links of Farmer. With the most recent Menina, every attribute has received a new Super Links of Farmer. And the unfortunate part is, like, even though Power is getting new farmers, their most recent one being Mashiro, they just keep getting the short end of the stick. I don't know why K-Lab just don't make the characters good. Like, even if we have a potential look, which we can't do right now, but, you know, all the current new Super Links of Potion soul traits, you know, Hallibell, the new Hallibell Technique one, Aaroniero even, Menina, Mashiro Valentine's, and I believe the other one would be Noritora, right? Most of them are all good. Aaroniero not so much. Likewise with Valentine's, Mashiro to a certain extent. But at the very least, Aaroniero gives plus 10 potions, right? Mashiro, even if you wanted to, cannot give you plus 10 potions. Super pots. So right now, even though Power does have a Links of Potion soul trait, you're only getting plus 10 if you use that character as the link and not actually use the character. Which is very weird, right? They, for some reason, keep nerfing Power farmers. With that said, though, let's use the SA3 then. Soul Bomb. And the Soul actually killed there. Wow, okay. So we are bound to get a new Super Links of Farmer for the Power attribute. As of right now, though, unironically, Liege is potentially the best one. You might be better off using the Mashiro link onto someone like Liege. Because look at that, 1 minute and 19. 1 minute and 19 seconds. Comparing this to the most recent Mugetsu that we got for the 9th anniversary, again, not official 9th anniversary character, I mean, Liege only cleared like, what, 22 seconds slower? That's not bad. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean, you know, Liege's up there with Mugetsu. But at least when it comes to this game mode in particular, Inheritance Trials, this is good. This is good. So what we're going to do now is officially turn Liege into a Super Links of Farmer. In this case, with the Mashiro link, we are getting 5 more Super Technique Links of Potions. Of course, that does come at the downside of having less recharge, but maybe it's worth it. So let's see how this run does go. And one thing I do love about this character the most, which made him, like, very cool, right, was his Natchring. Like, he was the first character to have this Natchring, which was a melee collision attack beam. Which is really cool. It's really cool they gave him a unique Natchring, and we've seen it a few times since then, right? Gin, Bankai Gin in particular, right? The Fierce Battle version is one of the better examples of how that Natchring just makes him a lot cooler. And truth be told, I wouldn't have minded this character being a Nat character if they wanted to make it. Maybe the future one, I don't know. So let's use our SA1 upwards. Thus far, thus good, right? Kind of backing up real quick because I don't want to get too close. That is a bit risky, right? Could have used my SA3 there, to be fair. But even our Natchring's doing a decent amount of damage. 15k per hit. Thanks to the Pierce Iron Skin. Let's go here. Use our SA3. Then a 1. Back all the way up. This is why we give the characters long strides so we don't get close to taking hits. SA1 upwards. Into the tomb. Having to definitely use a few more strong attacks here. But honestly, I don't think it's too bad. Maybe more of an issue of my positioning more so than the actual lack of recharge itself. But SA3 already into the next stage. Next boss have spawned in. Might as well use the Natchring. Believe we actually took out White there. Don't want to get too close. And also Shinji. Okay. There we go. Not too bad. Grab these. And then with that, let's use our SA3 into the Soul Bomb. Does the Soul Bomb kill though? It does, but it didn't kill the next wave. That's fine. Can we snipe with our normal attack? There we go. Unfortunately, you know what? Never mind, I take it back. The dodge swiper damage kind of came in handy there, didn't it? I just ate before eating this. My apologies. So let's see. In that case, a tad bit slower. 1 minute and 51 second clear time. Is it worth the extra 5 potions? Maybe to you it is. But again, very rarely are you going to do solo runs. Maybe I positioned myself poorly there. Let's try that once more though for our final run. This time with a full lobby of other Super Links of Farmers. Alright then, let's see how this does go. Let me quickly turn on auto. So in this case, I'm using Momo on my main account actually. My auto account. And the Momo has the Mashiro link, so we're getting plus 10 from her. Giselle using Yumachika, who's actually manually playing. Shout out to them. They also have a link. with Mishiro, so we're getting more potions. Didn't actually check what IA was using, if they had the Mishiro link or not. But we're technically close enough to getting max Linksaw potion drop right here. Super Linksaw potion. I choose the SA1 into the 2. Let's go here, SA1, and then SA3 takes them down. Lovely. Definitely feels a lot better when you have other people in your lobby playing. And, you know, I hate on you, Machiko, a lot, but at least you can do something, right? And he's giving me more melee speed. But that SA1 is absolutely beautiful on a character like this. There we go. Let's SA3. Then SA2. Look at that absolute domination here. I'm in a quad lobby, boys. We're feeding. We're feeding. Feeding against some hollows. And then might as well use our summon now. Actually went into the next stage. Lovely. And look at that. There you go. There you go. So shout out to these lads. Very good run. And let's have a look at the pot stop again. 1 minute and 24. Again, respectable. Kind of similar to our last run when we had 4 recharge. And now look at the potions. Almost 60 across the board. One run here, for some reason, got super low. Only 44. But relatively consistent. 50 across the board, right? And I believe in terms of clear times and also potion drops that we are getting here are very similar to my Mininja run. So that just goes to show it. LILLE, unironically, is a very good pick. Might be one of the best picks here when it comes to farming inheritance styles. At least when there isn't a really good character to brute force your way through it. Which in the power attribute, let's be honest, we don't have that many characters, right? Like, to be fair, right now, if I was to actually play, I'd most likely use Mugetsu because he clears faster. But Mugetsu is a character where he is best performing when he has killer. Off killer, it might be a different story. That's maybe when LILLE would be a better pick. If, for example, we're going against Quincy's or Soripers, who else am I really supposed to use here besides LILLE at this point? Again, unless we do get a character in the future that is another Super Linksaw farmer that has the skills and standard modern kit that someone like Senjumaru has. Mininja, Tensei Zangetsu, for example. That's what the power attribute has been needing, but as of right now, I don't think we need it that much. I think LILLE is honestly good enough, and I actually rather use LILLE right now. It's really cool just using a character that came out like 3 years ago that now has a new, fresh breath of air in Bleach Brave Souls as a really good character, which I really do like. That's what you want to see in Resurrections, and his Resurrection, in my opinion, was a very, very good one. Happy to have him. Definitely didn't mind purchasing this character through the character pack since I did get extra orbs, and he's also just a really fun character overall. If you are a massive LILLE fan and you're waiting for a new anime version, which hopefully comes sometime soon, and when we do get that, I'm hoping to differentiate this version with the new one. They do give him the Quincy wings, because the Quincy wings on the shoot staffel, the elite guards, looks really cool in those last 2 episodes of 1000 Year Blood War Season 2. Either way though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what that's think about this character Resurrection. Have you been using him? I'm curious to know, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.